Anyways, you were talking about pumping water out of a well.
I mean, just visualize it. It's like that one scene in The Miracle Worker, but then I pee.
What's the miracle worker?
The woman, she's blind and deaf, but someone's able to help her express an idea.
Oh, is this Helen Keller?
I think maybe.
Oh, okay. There's so many good jokes about Helen Keller. What are you smirking at, Stephen?
Horrible Clark.
You know, the best thing about jokes about Helen Keller is she's never heard any.
Oh, wait. Okay, while I was in the can, I had a really, really great idea for a horror film. It's about a deaf murderer called Helen Killer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So she's deaf and blind, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like justice.
So she mistakes the crime, the mafia lab, the mafia meth lab
For a church.
No, like the daycare.
It's the classic action movie sequence where it's just like her with an AK-47. Then you zoom out. It's just like, this was the aquarium.
Shamu!
Willie, no.
The subtitles are, that's the cost of justice.
Justice is blind and deaf.
It's Blood Feud with a sheep.
And now we're back with Clark's Just the Tip.
What did I write? This is a long. I'm gonna grab the board.
Tip.
You're going to grab your tip?
Tippy tippy tap tap tippy tippy tap tap. Clark's tippy tap tap tippy tippy tap tap. Clark's tippy tap tap.
Put it in.
So this one I kind of dumbed down because the way it's described in the PHP is kind of confusing. So spell casting in combat and initiative.
Magic's not real.
You can basically only cast one spell per turn. So I always dumb that down. It's a little easier to look at it this way. You can only burn one spell slot because you can cast a spell and a cantrip, and you can cast a spell and do your action with something else like dash, shove, attack, but you can't go action spell, bonus action spell. That's basically the way to look at it.
That's correct.
I think the
Warcaster.
Wait, yeah, he's gotten to it.
And except there are some certain classes where you can burn a spell slot, but it's not a spell, such as Divine Smite. I think Warlocks have some certain things they can do that requires a spell slot, but it's not an actual spell.
I believe so.
I think Eldritch Knights can do that.
Yeah. So you can cast a spell and a cantrip, or you can cast two cantrips, but you can't cast two spells. I think what about reactions? Like reaction spells.
Reaction spells are different though, right? Like they
I'm
are.
sure you can cast reaction spells.
Yeah. So you can cast an action spell, bonus action cantrip, and then if something happens later, like that you want to cast a counter spell.
Yeah, like a reaction would immediately attack.
I've seen tons and tons of real play groups, including Matt Mercer, who seems to know the rules, and Brendan Lee Mulligan, who will let people do the spell and the bonus action cantrip, and then I've seen them do counter spell. So obviously they must.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think it's more so like within your turn of initiative, you can't cast more than one full spell unless like you use meta magic stuff.
Yeah.
For sorcerers. But I believe like reactions count outside of your turn.
Okay. The reason I say that is because I know for a fact that I forget that. It's enough that I have definitely cast a couple of spells in one turn as Udun. I don't think I've done it as Losian. And probably have done it as Sruthan as well. But
100% I've done it as every character I've played.
He's like, nobody stops me, so I keep doing it.
Yeah. Just like murder.
No one stops you. Is it wrong?
Yes.
Just slightly.
Thank you, Stephen. That was brilliant. But now's probably a good time to reintroduce ourselves. So, hello everyone at home. My name is Clark, and I play Losian, the half-elf cleric. And what's a fun fact about Losian? Let me see here.
Nothing.
Ooh. Stephen's just going after my heart today. Fun fact about Losian. He's an alcoholic. And he's also been searching. Let me put it this way. The tea is very, like, Clark knows exactly what the tea is that we've encountered in the mine, but Losian does not, and it's definitely tying into his character arc.
Is it Earl Grey?
The tea symbol.
Does Losian like tea?
Stands for Christ.
No.
No.
Tea with a little bit of whiskey in it, yes. All right, moving on.
I don't know if you got what I was getting at.
Are you picking up what I'm dropping down?
Slurping up what I'm spitting out.
And Jesus Christ, Steven.
So anyways, hey everyone, I'm Steven, and I play Shun, who's currently the High Inquisitor.
Wow.
Yeah, we're just going to move on from that.
No, we've got that on tape now. That's forever.
That's going out to the masses.
Oh, that's so good.
So now I know Steven's into snowballing porn and perhaps actual snowballing.
Yep. The halfling rogue over here.
Steven's looking at me like he's like, what? What?
No, what?
Snowballing?
No, I
have
literally
idea.
don't know.
Okay, so
I don't know if I want to know.
No. Watch the movie Clerks.
I was just going to say Google snowballing when you get home.
No, but watch.
Well, I know what like
watch
the
Clerks
snowballing effect is of like a snowball going down it, but like
Yeah,
It's so different.
Yeah.
It's so different. It's so different.
Hi, everyone. I'm Scott. I'm your gamekeeper and narrator for the session, and I play the Queen Victoria, proprietor of the Eel's Foot Brothel and Tavern, now with 0 defective prostitutes.
And we're back. It's Rod here with a great game day voice here. We're playing Alicordia, who's playing a Goliath, not a rogue, some type of paladin. We're just learning that.
Normally a rogue, but now a paladin.
Now a paladin. This is turning out to be a lot of fun because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing because I can't even read the sheets.
Oh,
Steven's farting in the corner.
it's just a chair.
That you blame it on the chair. You're
Of course, it didn't do it that time too.
Yeah. Of course, it didn't do it that time.
is the merch up officially?
It is.
Yeah.
So Scott, I like that you mentioned the Queen Victoria thing because my favorite shirt that you've designed so far is the Eel's Foot Tavern shirt. I personally do want one.
Yeah.
Just because of the slogan, the idea of having no defective prostitutes and that they're executing the defective ones.
It's like a horse brothel. It's like, this one's got a broken leg. Take her out back. No, it'll heal. No, you're done.
You're done. Well, I think now's a good time to hit that recap button.
The village is starving. They keep taking all of our beautiful livestock. They take it off to this manor.
One of them mentioned about the dawn.
His face goes pale. And he goes, Dawn, Bone, and Skellington?
What does he want? Why are they stealing livestock?
The milk, my boy. Take your hand out of the helmet, and on the inside is written, what time is it? Skeletime. And with a nat 20, you feel like that's a password for something. Okay, so you make the way to the manor, and there's like tall...
No.
To the bone zone. Well, the manor is just one small part of the bone zone. And there's many wood palisades and like walls that have formed up, and all the trees have been carved down into the shape of bones.
This is ridiculous. Who has the time to do this?
A single guard, and he's as tall as a giant. No armor, no nothing, just a big bone giant.
And I say, Skeletime.
It looks at you like, well, you say unprompted. Me not know how to. What time is it? And it just like stomps off into the field. And there's like a shack, and it hits it so hard that the shack goes flying, falling down. Ah! There are undead crawling all over this place, and there is no distinction of type or quality. You see in the main room, the main den there, the big obvious room on the second floor, there's one lone undead.
Alternate thing would be the Kelemvorites would be heralding off the dead, which would make these guys not exist anymore, or at least they'd be some sort of fighting force against them. What's with the? I don't understand what's with the Kelemvorites.
I mean, that they would bless their weapons, and they would use like holy oils and waters, and they would use radiant magic.
Shun, Alicordia, these boxes have Kelemvorite symbols on them. But maybe we should open these boxes. Who's the strongest here who can open these and be somewhat quiet about it?
Sir Steele steps forward and says, "Not me." I would call that athletics instead of brute strength. But
That is a 24.
the top pops open. You see that it's got a bunch of vials in it.
Wait, how many other crates are there here?
There's 4 more.
Losian, you check this one. I'll crack this one open. This other one open. Shun.
5.
It clatters so loud. And you hear the front door open. And someone goes,
Who's making all the noise in here? Yeah, boss. We gotta find who's making the noise.
What's the name of the guy who made the sham wow?
Vince.
it's Ryan something is the weird host.
Yeah, the weird host guy.
I thought it was Vince something.
I thought it was Vince too. Here, we'll take it.
Yeah,
30
the
seconds.
one that got arrested for assault and battery on a hooker.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you know,
And then-
Vince Offer. Offer.
Okay.
And then he made a joke ShamWow thing where he's like, pick up all those embarrassing stains, like cum and blood from a hooker.
You're gonna love these nuts.
You're gonna love my nuts.
Yeah. You hear the front door open, and someone goes,
Who's making all the noise in here?
We-
Yeah, boss. We gotta find who's making the noise.
Okay, fine.
Oh, hey, sorry, that's just us, guys.
"You gotta roll deception."
Losian looks at Shun like, oh no. We maybe could have bought some time, but now we can't.
9.
9.
9!
I'm not that charismatic.
Don't worry, boss. It's just a skeleton. Ah, shut up, yous.
All right.
Okay, I think that bought us some time. What's in these boxes? Quick, everyone look. Everyone investigate real
I
quick.
will let each of you look at one box.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a +5, so 11, but I rolled a 6.
Okay.
I also have 11.
14.
All right, so you already have a crate of holy oil. Shun, you reach your hand in and you pull out what appears to be, originally was maybe a bundle of 3 or 4 scrolls, but a couple of them have broken away from rough handling. You have 1 scroll of some kind in your hand. Alicordia, you reach in and you're digging around and you are able to pull out what appears to be just some sort of religious iconography symbol. Probably about the size of your hand, and it's in the shape of a pair of scales. Losian, you reach down and you're digging around and you pull out a sword.
My elbow wobbles as I try to hold this thing up. I go, oh.
Sorry, what was in Alicordia's?
Pair of scales.
But like a religious iconography, so they're not like functioning scales.
Yeah.
Losian looks at the scales and he goes, interesting. I swear I've seen something like this before.
Yeah, but
Does he make it? Oh, he can't. You already made him roll for it. But what's the sword look like?
It
Looks like the singing sword from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's witchcraft.
It's a long sword and it's got
Damn it.
a crossguard, but the crossguard has 2 little baskets, one hanging from each side.
Do these baskets dingle around?
Like if you tilt the sword one way,
Yeah.
it looks like a scale tilting.
They're like truck nuts.
Yeah, exactly.
They're sword nuts.
Now, is this a sword that Losian feels he could wield, or is this out of his wheelhouse?
Pretty sure you can wield long swords.
Firearms, martial weapons, simple weapons.
Martial weapons. So you're good.
Woo! Losian goes, oh, wow. Ooh, it's been a while since I've trained with a sword.
You trained with a sword?
Nope.
That bounced out.
Can Alicordia do a religion check on the pair of scales?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then after that,
Can I do some type of check on the scroll?
yes.
What type of check?
You're not sure. So why don't you just give me a raw intelligence check?
Okay. Like if I open it, can I read it?
Let's start and see how it goes.
God damn it.
I got 15.
This would be like a spellcasting focus, you think?
Ooh. Oh.
5. I don't know how to open the scroll.
This is a child's plaything that they would use if they pretended that magic existed.
I like it. Can I read it?
Yeah, if a child wanted to cast the spell spiritual weapon for play and fun, they would
Like
use
make
this.
believe, yeah.
Yeah, for make believe. But you would never use that in this context. That
No.
would be crazy.
I'm waiting for Shun to just be like, what a waste of paper. Shh.
It's so
Tears
brittle.
it up.
Part of me wants him
one
to do
hand
it
crush away.
sarcastically, and it just pop up.
So what did Sir Steele find in the other?
I didn't look because I was spooked by the noises from the main lobby.
Damn it, Sir Steele.
But I didn't pee.
Sir-
You had one job.
It sure smells like pee.
That's from before. If you recall, I canonically peed a little bit.
I do recall, yes.
Okay, Losian, check out that last crate. Shun, let's just get by the door here just in case somebody starts coming by.
Losian clumsily sheathes. Do I have a scabbard?
It came with a scabbard.
Oh, okay, well, okay, good. I tie it around my waist and I go, I like to imagine it's very heavy and it starts pulling my pants down. And
But it also functions as a belt.
I'm too weak to pull the belt tight enough. There's one more case, is that right?
There is, but you hear a knock at the door,
Oh,
and you hear a voice go,
This is our house. Don't knock, stupid.
how big are these crates?
they're not huge. Like, there's not a lot of stuff stored in them.
Is there enough room for? Oh wait, we've got.
There's enough room for two of you to hide behind. And they are big double doors, so theoretically you could both also hide behind a door.
May I?
Yeah.
This is in response to the don't knock, it's our house. Wait, I'm changing, guys.
We don't want to see anyone naked, boss.
Roll for it.
What if he's got a boner?
That's
Yeah, what am I?
Oh, I don't.
Take that.
12.
That's good.
That's a good point. Right, boss?
And that gives us hopefully time to check the last one.
Now you have one round of initiative
Yeah, I say we
before they realize they don't have penises.
I say we just hide.
Alicordia's like, looks at Shun. It's like, goes and then re-picks up like her shield and great axe.
Alicordia, you hide behind the door and ready yourselves.
Fuck that.
Sir Steele, you hide behind the other door and ready yourself.
He slaps off the British salute.
I toss the scroll behind me because it's a child's plaything, and I go to look in the other crate to see if there's something useful there.
Do you have one of mine?
No.
Because that's good roleplay.
Oh no.
Also, Alicordia would like to take that, the scales, and just kind of like jam it into her belt. Just have it right there.
Okay,
ready.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. She hasn't gotten rid of it at all.
And Losian, you...
I want to hide behind the boxes.
All right. That leaves Shun. Make a check on the boxes that Losian is hiding
just
behind.
hide behind. Yep. Because Losian thinks this is going to be smart. No one's going to throw an explosive device right next to me.
17.
Okay. You pop the crate open.
This one's already open. We opened all of them. We just didn't have a chance to check one of them.
Yeah, that was the loud one.
So you're digging through. And you find what appears to be some sort of rolled up manuscript. And as you're doing that, you're tossing all of this straw in the air, right in the area where Losian is hiding. So as the doors open up, everyone give me stealth checks.
Alicordia wasn't hiding.
Okay.
She was just standing right there.
I'm openly going through a crate. Does that warrant stealth?
No, you're in plain
That's what
sight.
I
Shun, Alicordia is in plain sight because I didn't try to hide. Losian, unfortunately, it's going to be with disadvantage.
I mean, the straw could help hide. Drac.
Oh, wow. 18 and a 19. That's a...
Hell yeah, Losian.
Stealth is off the new one, right?
That's right. Dexterity.
Stealth. There it is. 0. So 18.
Okay, so you successfully dive behind, and the sound of it is covered up by Shun opening a crate. Because you pried them all open, but it's more like just the act of like pushing the thing out of the way and digging through and blah, 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 blah. It's making enough noise that Losian completely obscured. Everyone please roll initiative. You hear,
Wait a minute. We don't have genitals.
and the doors crash open, and you see the same guys from the wagon that rode into town.
Oh.
10.
19.
10, 19, Park.
16.
With a nat 20. The little guy goes,
I got you, boss.
and he pulls out a little trumpet and he goes, doot doot. And he appears to be some sort of skeleton bard as the boss rips the shoulders off of his sleeves to reveal these, like, there's no muscles. He's a skeleton, but you feel like there would have been muscles had he been a man. Like he's a strong boy and his bones look dense.
He had milk growing up.
And he says,
Someone got into the secret crates.
Not really secret if you keep him in a room that it's not locked.
he runs up and tries to punch you. That's going to be a 23 to hit
That's it.
for 9 damage. Just runs up and punches you in the face. And then with his bonus action, he reaches into his pouch. He takes out a white stone, he crushes it in his hand, and he snorts and he goes, and his eyes that don't exist narrow.
How do you just snort that without a nose?
He cracks his neck, and it's so loud, and he goes,
You're next.
No thanks.
But I think I'm next.
you are next.
Okay, yeah, I want to... I'm feeling like maybe empowered with this new holy symbol shoved into her belt, knowing that she's more of a paladin. Because I know paladins probably have something, but I want to make an attack roll, but I'm sure there's some type of like paladin something that can do something with her. Because I haven't read the sheet, and I haven't.
man. If you want to say, just try to use an ability, find your first ability and just be locked into that,
Yes.
which I think is a fun mechanic.
Divine. Well, my thumb was covering Divine Smite.
Divine Smite is a good one.
Divine Smite. When you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can expend one spell slot to deal 2d8 extra radiant damage to the target, plus 1d8 for each spell level higher than first, max 5d8 plus 1d8 against undead or fiends. Holy shit. So I guess that would be, if I attacked, it would be one spell slot. I'm not sure how spell slots would work on this because I haven't really picked or chose any spells.
I picked your spells for you.
Yeah, but I don't know what the slots and
They
stuff
should
like
be
are.
listed on the top of your spell.
Yeah, I see it. 4 slots, 2 slots. Okay. So I guess Divine Smite would be 1 spell slot. I guess
You can use any spell slot level, but it just increases the
it increases the amount of damage, right? Yeah. So I guess she'll. So how does this work? Sorry, listeners, I'm not really a paladin by nature.
So you make an attack roll,
Yeah.
and if it hits, then you can choose to do a divine smite, burn a spell slot, and then roll the extra d8 radiant damage.
2d8 radiant damage, plus 1d8 against undead or fiends.
Correct.
So I'd be like an extra 3d8 damage, plus my great axe damage, which would be 1d12 plus 4. But only if I hit, baby. Hit me one, baby, one more time. It's 2 attacks for this. So I could just do 1 melee attack, right? Kind of reading that. 1 melee attack, and then 1 spell slot melee attack.
So you can, if you make 2 attacks and they both hit, you can turn them both into divine smites.
Well, hot damn. Let's
just start roll your first attack.
let's do that. Obviously, sorry listeners, I don't really, like I say, play paladins. Oh fuck, that's a nat 1. On 1.
You pull your weapon out and it like fires brilliantly and then goes
It's like, oh. Hold on, I got another one.
like when a car won't turn
Let
over.
me guess,
you know?
Alicordia, that never happens.
That is a 25, and I'm
That's not a nat 20, right?
no, that's a 18 plus
So
7.
it definitely hits if you want to do.
I will do the divine smite.
All right, then roll for some damage.
So, okay, so
So
that's
it's definitely like starting a car where it doesn't turn over the first time and it just revs right into life.
okay. So I've got 6, 6 plus 4, so that's 10. Plus 5, that's 15. Plus 4, that's 19. Plus 4, that's 23. And a bunch of that is radiant damage.
In this case, because Divine Smite straight up just does extra damage to undead, we just we're gonna roll the extra damage. That'll be the radiant aspect. We're not doubling anything. But I mean, he goes from being like a real tough guy to like parts of his bones start to get like brittle and chipped, and he goes, oh, "My calcium."
My bones.
I don't have anything witty to say against that. I gotta
He
think about
looks
it.
you dead in the eyes, and he goes, "The thing about calcium."
Here,
I know it's lotion.
have some vitamin A for axe.
That's not the worst. That's
I should have thought of that one earlier.
Vitamin A.
It's all right. It's not bad. Not bad.
Fortified with it's malk.
Fortified with iron.
So Losian, hearing Alicordia just laying waste at this bad guy and being brave, goes, I can also take out these undead. I've done this before. I know what I can do. Even though I'm in a new body.
Goes
And
to do divine smite.
So
Can't.
he stands up and goes, the wind picks up. He goes, taste my wrath. And he reaches into his pockets and pulls out. Can we say that I have a pearl?
Of course.
He starts casting a ritual.
What?
It's going to take a whole minute to
Which
cast.
one?
Identify.
Oh,
Because I'm in a different body, so I don't know what I'm doing.
That's good.
fantastic sword. And you roll the pearl up the edge of it, and it slices perfectly in two, but then it dissolves into mist and starts like falling over the sword and like radiant.
As you just like
snow.
kneel down and hold the sword above your head. And you're like,
Exactly. I'm like, once I'm done,
Like,
you give
lightly
me 1
starts-
minute. You guys are in some serious trouble.
It
Everyone
lightly starts floating just above your hands, and there's
Everyone standing there is just like kind of turns and looks at you, and you're like, like he's new at this.
everyone can just hear the sound when you wet your finger and run it on the edge of a
crystal.
yeah crystal cup.
Anyways,
he's really new at
Getting
this.
like nice overtones with it too.
so it uses everything. It uses my hands, my voice, and materials. So I'm literally just kneeling, holding this thing, and rubbing
Meanwhile, Shun's
shit
like,
on it.
it's just like when we were at the brothel and like he was trying to distract that head guard.
That was so long ago.
I'm lighting incense and swinging it around the sword. And I have to concentrate on this for the next minute, so I can't do anything else.
The bruiser and the bard just look at each other.
Once I know what this thing does, you guys are in serious trouble.
The look on Scott's face. You're like, oh wait, but they are.
Steve.
So Shun has just been diving through this chest. He's pulled out a manuscript. Does my check mean that he knows anything of the manuscript?
You unfurl it, and it's a picture of a black leopard with all sorts of like regal writing around it in a language you don't recognize.
If Losian weren't concentrating on a ritual, he would lose. He would come in his pants.
Curious, what is the...
That's actually part of the ritual.
Is it celestial?
The period at the end of the.
You don't know. It's a language you don't recognize because
Okay.
you've told me the languages you speak, and it's not one of those.
Okay, I just, because as the High Inquisitor also know celestial now. So that was the only... But if I don't know it, then I also just toss it aside. No, I don't.
You said it. You said
I
it.
just toss it back in the box. I don't just like toss it to the side away. But I toss it back in the box.
For sure.
You don't have to do this.
I'll bring
This
it
is
up
practice
after the
having fun.
fight.
I like to imagine that you just roll it into a paper airplane and send it at the skeleton.
Boink! Right in the eye.
It hits him and
Flashing
he bursts
damage.
into flames.
Oh no, my weakness.
And Shun
Paper airplanes.
turns around and...
Weird, that's in the stat block.
What's an airplane, boss? Shut up.
He turns around and looks at the
That's a
skeleton.
weird-shaped bird, boss.
How many skeletons are there?
Who?
2?
A bruiser and a bard.
Toot toot. Shun sees that Alicordia is clearly dealing with the bruiser, so he goes for the bard. He pulls out his sword and he'll go to
Yeah.
attack.
Roll for it.
That's an 18 plus something. 6, so 24
Yeah, that'll do it.
for 10 slashing damage. And I mean he'll just continue the attack, really.
Yeah, go for it.
For 18.
Ah, cutting words, baby. He looks at you and he goes,
Doot.
Motherfucker.
now it's a 17 and it still hits.
Ooh, almost max damage. That's 14 damage.
As your sword strikes across his ribs, it makes a xylophone noise. He goes, oh!
Oh, I need that, boss.
Wow.
I don't know if I can do anything with bonus actions. I'm just
Pick one
looking to
real
see if I have any spells that are a bonus action. Sure. Shun just thinks about that time randomly that he just blew up.
I'm familiar with it, yes.
And I'm just going to roll a d4 for which bonus action spell I use, because that's the only bonus actions that I'm aware of for a paladin at the moment. And I cast Shield of Faith.
Oh, that's nice. Everyone make a religion check.
That is a 21.
Noise.
8.
Or less noise.
You know what? I'm gonna. Who's 2.
23.
On the other side of the box.
12.
With over 20s, you both notice this. The shield actually the magic takes physical form around the High Inquisitor's body, creating this like armor that's made out of divine light and radiance, and you can see the kind of coils of the weave kind of making themselves into physical form around, and there's like very, if it could be described as a bundle of wool with 1,000 strands in it, there's like 5 or 6 black ones, and the rest is bright blue. And it almost looks like veins of something.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Losian's like, ooh, fancy.
Getting a little bit of Akira shields happening here. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Is there anything... because you said like black threads, my mind went Shun's curse.
It does seem like something. There's a tinge.
I didn't want to use the word.
There's a tinge of something wrong with the magic that you see. There's the God. There's just like the tiniest.
Impurity.
Yeah. What's a word maybe that?
Wrongness, because magic's not real.
taint?
It does seem a little bit tainted.
All right, that's my turn.
He's got the taint. All right.
Was that Roxette? He's got the taint.
Punch.
And me?
Yeah. It hits.
Who punches?
Big bruiser punches Alicordia right back for 9 damage.
Get kind of beefy on the hits, boy.
Well, that's his whole thing.
I know.
And the bard goes,
Oh no, boss! Looks like we're in trouble this time.
Dude.
and he casts Shatter.
For those of you at home, Steven has cast Shatter in other campaigns at the least opportune times for Scott as a DM, and Scott is finally getting his... Sorry,
Thing
Steven's
is-
finally getting his comeuppance.
Scott's not necessarily getting me so much as does it hit the box behind me?
Oh.
So Scott's more so
Oh.
getting Clark right now.
Yeah, yeah.
The boxes, Losian, and I would say Sir Steele. All Constitution save. The boxes fail.
I'm sorry, Clark.
Now our con saves are like on the new sheets or the old
Yeah,
sheets?
that would
Oh,
be
yeah.
a physical stat.
Okay.
That's the new sheet. Oh no.
8.
14.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Clark.
Not enough, but
Okay,
it's
this is
not
fun.
bad.
This is fun.
I've
Pussy.
destroyed your Panther poster.
No, my Panther poster.
I'm sorry.
It's a Black Lake Panther poster from 1987.
The boxes shatter. A lot of the documents are destroyed. Some of the vials break. And he kind of goes, doot, doot. Sir Steele goes, and just like steps back accidentally and totally nat 20. With a nat 20, he can grab one object. I'm going to roll to see which one he saves.
Okay.
He scoops down, picks up what appears to be the spell scroll that you tossed away. Combat rolls out of the way. And just like lands as a piece of box flies past his head and his wind-blown hair looks so majestic. Meanwhile, Losian just gets punched in the face with sound.
Just gets blasted.
Takes 18 damage.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Now,
Well, I guess that's all of us, eh? Like, that failed it?
It's a 10-foot square. So Losian, Sir Steele, and the crates.
Oh, so
And me.
it was just around there.
Yeah, he expressly avoided you because Alicordia is fighting with Brick.
Right.
And I decided you weren't in the range because everyone.
Oh
would
wait,
be
I
kind of
ran
in
up to him.
Oh, then yeah, because you're with Brick, right? No,
No, I'm with the bard.
You're with Bard, so you're safe.
Oh, so he cast it away from me in the room. He just
Yeah.
tried to destroy.
As much destruction as possible.
so
Fucker.
You know, skeletons and a giant cache of religious weapons.
So since Losian is in the process of casting a ritual requires concentration, I need to make a con save to maintain the ritual, correct?
Could be
You
a good
do.
thing or a bad thing.
Now, what's your mod? What number do you have to make here?
So I have to, the DC is the damage I took, which is 18.
Yeah, well, what's your modifier?
So my save mod is a +3.
Okay, so you got to roll a 15 or higher.
Yeah.
25%
higher
chance.
constitution than me? Damn.
Kablamo!
You can do it. He didn't do it.
Or
Well,
not.
hang on. Might as
Hold
well.
on.
Might as well. Rod.
Burn it. Burn that inspiration.
really
point,
want this
buddy.
identify for a whole minute.
I
Hey?
do. I want this
Yeah.
to keep going. It's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, still no. So I'm going to
So
stop
close,
there.
though.
Yeah. So
Well, Clark,
I get. Thanks, Rod.
I'll give it back to
Rod
you,
is
buddy.
giving one of his inspirations back to
Wow. Thanks, Rod.
All right, man, because I want to see this joke go too.
Fuck.
Ah,
Worse.
So yeah. So
use some
Losian,
different dice, buddy.
Losian's face just gets kablamoed, and I get blasted back, and I'm like, oh no.
Pearl dust shoots up his
Yeah,
nose.
exactly.
the pearl reforms into solid particulate.
I thought
falls to
for
the ground.
sure my quest for knowledge in combat would pay off.
Right. A 1 minute spell directly in combat. Things. Nothing to see here, people. Nothing to see here.
You're up.
Okay. Well, taking that second hit, she's like, what the fuck? How close? And actually seeing, like,
He looks bad.
watching her, watching her battle axe, like, shine with, like, some sort of holy light, and then doing the second divine smite, she had that second hit. She's like, I'm gonna try this again. Fuck you, bony face. So she's gonna do her 2 attacks.
He says, how about you, bone?
Kiss my ass with those bony lips, you fucker. And she's gonna do her attacks. That is an 18 plus 7. That's a 25.
Oh, that surely do hit.
And a 6 plus 7. 6 plus 7. Quick, 13.
Yes.
It's 1 hit.
1 hit.
94.
So yeah, she's going to use
What's
her.
a D100?
She's going to use the great axe hit and the smite. So 5 plus 7 is 12, plus 2 is 14, plus 8 is 22, plus 1 is 23.
Now, this is an audio medium, so why don't you describe how a skeleton man explodes?
Well, with the second hit, he does. it does the Army of Darkness when there's like she hits him. Like you can kind of see his eyes go widen a little bit, like ah! And then the top part of his skull comes off, just explodes in glittering holy light.
Deck save for shrapnel.
The bard takes out his trumpet and gives a sad doot.
Plays Reveille.
Oh, that's right. There's another one.
The sword falls back into your hands.
Grab a vial and throw it on this guy.
Please recast identify.
Ash's Caustic Brew.
Ooh.
Well, that's not bad.
Okay, what does this do?
I think it's like a poison damage one. So maybe not good on undead.
I thought.
but-
Oh, did we not destroy all the vials?
No,
Could
the
be
vials
Some of
were
them survived.
they were on the other side because I thought that box was behind us.
The boxes were all stacked.
Am I next to one? Can I?
How could they
retcon
be
that?
all stacked if
if we opened all of them.
Like, in a pile. They're all on one pallet.
I
Oh.
thought they were around the room. Okay.
They were initially stacked, and I imagined as you opened them, you were just moving them to the left into the ground and opening up the others. A stream of acid emanates from you
Yes,
in a line
yes,
30 feet long and 5 feet wide in the direction you choose. Blah, blah, blah. Dexterity saving throw. Blah, blah, blah.
No, I'm in front of him.
Well, I could step. So Losian goes, oh, I
Yeah,
shouldn't.
but you don't even know what you're doing.
Losian goes, oh, I shouldn't have had all those enchiladas. And just starts regurgitating acid, and I'll say that I do it around Shun. Can I move?
Like
with
the
my movement?
Exorcist.
Like, to have a clear line of vomit towards the bard skeleton.
I will
Like-
allow it.
Hey,
Like-
I'm willing for an odd or an even roll of whether or not you hit me.
To make a deck save. I can't remember. Am I going off of Losian's magic DC or the Artificer's?
Artificer.
I rolled a nat 1.
Okay. He fails. So, or be covered in acid for the spell's duration, which is a whole minute, or until a creature uses its action to scrape or wash the acid off itself or another creature, so in this case itself. So he takes 2d4 acid damage every turn until he either wipes it off or dies.
Does he take anything immediately?
No, it's just a no. Because it keeps going on for a whole minute.
Cumulatively, though.
Yeah, it adds up. 2d4 is not bad.
No, it's very good. Steven.
I'm going to do odd or even for whether I just attack or use a spell.
Otter, even? Like an otter?
Even, I will attack.
Does anyone have any towels?
I realized that it didn't say what odd or even was, but
Yeah.
so that is a 13 to hit and an 18 to hit.
Absolutely.
Both?
The 18 hits, not 13.
Okay.
There's a Steven flirting with teenager joke in there somewhere, I'm sure. We'll allow the 18, but
Let me
not the
take my
13.
inspiration back there.
We'll allow the 18, but
No, one of those hits and one's a felony.
I'm going to also roll odd or even for whether or not I do a smite.
Sure.
Even smite, odd, no.
Okie doke.
Even. So this is a smite. What do I do on a smite again? 2d8, was it?
That's going to be 3d8 because he's also undead.
28 damage.
So, two things happen. His little trumpet melts away, and he
Good.
looks broken on the inside. And then you smash him. How do you do that?
With your groin.
No. Female Shun will not grind on any bones.
Yet.
Yet.
Gotta get her loosened up for.
He takes a sword, he takes a swing, and he misses. And then, like, very, like, Smash Bros. Melee style, like, just gets locked in this, like, charge-up state that he's very confused. And,
That sounded like Guso.
and just
Falcon punch.
upswing through the skeleton. The first one, like, makes a xylophone sound, and then he just, like, smashes through the rest. And just,
Like
like
a smashed xylophone.
obliterates
Clonk.
backwards.
Bink. When a piano drops.
I like to imagine he strikes a pose after with the sword up like this, like the anime pose with the sword.
Anime pose. Ew, I studied the blade. Shoo. The skeleton falls into 300 and however many pieces, and then all of those melt because of the acid.
Losian looks at Shun and goes, I was gonna do that.
Well, why didn't you?
And then part of the wall from behind where the skeleton part was is like a circle.
Like a xenomorph just went through
Yeah,
there.
things are still melting. It's like,
bits of plaster and stuff fall off the wall.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm still. Listen,
that's just
I had
crazy.
some bad acid reflux. I shouldn't have had those enchiladas.
All right, so it sounds like we just killed the boss, guys. So I think we're good.
In the distance, you can just see a giant skeleton running around like, "Ah!"
I forgot about that guy.